When it comes to our languages, men talk overtly, women talk invertly. We don't speak the same language. I'll give you a perfect example. Chu may have heard this, but she forgets a lot of stuff I say. Chu have heard this before. Yeah, she did. So I'll give you an example.
You're overtly shading me. I don't know.
I'll give you example. Say all the fellas is about to go out to the club, right? And one of us got like on like a dingy white tee, some holes in our jeans, and the sneakers is kind of dirty. We gonna clown them and going, hey man, you're not wearing that. You look like a bum coming out with a joke. Go put my sneakers on.
Yeah, Virgil looking off white.
The two things are gonna happen. Either we gonna clown them and tell them to change, or we gonna clown them. We all gonna laugh about them. We gonna leave out anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, when women are about to go out, there's gonna be one woman that's, she's a little bit on the heavy side, and she's wearing a white dress. You know what they're gonna say? You know what, Sarah? I have a black dress in my closet that should look great in. Won't you wear that instead?
And I don't.
We don't communicate the same way. We communicate very differently because at the end of the day, what matters to us is the message. What matters to them are their feelings.
That's true.
The message.
That is true.
This thing, you're 100% right. That's 100% right. But it's like, to me, it makes me cringe because I'm like, Shorty might be like, no, I actually like this white dress, and now she look crazy out here in these streets, and the reason why girls ain't got friends like that.
and that's why it's a struggle for women. This is why do you think women get along with men more than they do women?
And that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
When you talk to a lot of women, they have a lot of male friends. Why do you think that is? Because it is very hard to hold women accountable because you can lose a friendship over it.
That's why.
This is why they get along with men a lot better. Trust me, I've learned so much within this year, just talking to so many women.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we don't speak the same language. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to say treat us equally, but remember I'm a woman, so treat me the same way, but kind of not, because I feel this way when you say it.
I was this young lady. It was two different occasions too, and this was funny how similar they were. The conversation was along the line of like, listen, why is it that you're trying to convince men of lesser caliber who are in their ways to change to fit who you want them to be, rather than just find one that's of the caliber that you're trying to be, right? I said, and then he said, well, you men need to hold those men accountable. I said, well, if I can't convince you to make a better decision, how am I going to convince another dude to make a better decision like that?
The reason why is because even though they feel some type of way about men that talk like that, in a way, they're still attracted to those. Because if there's men out, when you say you can find a man out there that don't, but this is the confusing part about women and their feelings. They are still attracted to those type of men.
Yes.
Have you heard of how men? You've heard of men lying about having sex. Like you've heard men talk about. Like when you ask a woman their body count, they usually lie about it and say it's low. Yeah. When you ask a guy, he talks about how high it is when it's really not. You heard of that? You
never thought of that before. Kind of assumed everyone being straight up. So maybe
so like men and this, I remember this just being young. Like men lied about how many bodies they actually was getting, when really they weren't really getting a lot of action at all.
Yeah, I got like 30 like last week. And the reason, that's what people would say.
And women are attracted to men who they think are good at women. I interviewed this one guy. He's in college. I'll probably tag you in it. He's in college and he was waiting for marriage. He's a virgin. And he was talking about how he's waiting for marriage. And he was talking about how the lack of respect he's getting from women because of that. Like he talked about, he said, don't look at me weird, treat me different. Or he said, some of them even think I was gay because I said I was waiting for marriage.
So that was my story. That was my story.
That they're not attracted to that wholesome guy that you talk about. That's you. But overall, that's not what they want. That's not exciting to them. I say this all the time. Women don't want Russell Wilson. They want a man like Future who they can eventually change into a Russell Wilson. That's what it is.
Exactly. That's why I said
men want sex and women set the rule for that. if women really respected a wholesome man, men would go out their way to be as wholesome as possible to get what they want. So, and that's not the case. That's not the case.
Yo, that's
not.
So I'm trying to get cheese eggs. I'm trying to borrow the Ultima. I told you, I'm on that. I'm on this
Women
BS
hold the
right now.
keys to sex. If they really respected wholesome men, then we would go out our way to be. You would see so many men going out their way to be wholesome.
No,
I want a church. I really want a church guy. There would be more men in the church than women
because men do everything for the favor.
What they want.
I don't think
that's That's our very existence. Like, which dude out here is doing anything for not the favor of women, unless you're gay and shit like that? We'll talk about that.
Being in a relationship with a woman, and not just chase cheeks,
really,
and not just chase pounds.
Oh, sorry.
But to get to the relationship, they have to be attracted to him. True.
Right now, you know what I mean? Like, or like differently. That's my thing. There are men who do operate like that, but there's a whole new trend of dudes who are like their goal is their jump offs or these situationships or whatever, and for that you don't have to do that much. So they're not able to make those deep changes. Those deep changes come when you want like more from someone. You know what I mean?
In order to get into a relationship, they have to be attractive.
Okay. Okay.
And the men that you're talking about, like how men should be, they are not attractive.
Wait, what are you saying? Okay, what are you saying? What you mean?
Okay, so let's do this. Chew, the man that you would want to take serious, would you want him to be stronger than you?
Hopefully, yeah.
Would you want him to be taller than you?
Yeah, I'm tall though.
Would you want him to be assertive?
See, look, for me, it depends how it's used. You got to be gentle.
The ability to lead, financial stability, confidence. Everything that I mentioned, only 20% of men actually have in the United States. The average man is 5'8". The average man is 5'8", 45 to 50K a year. I'm pushing it with 50. 45 to 50K a year and is obese. That's the average man. The men that are attractive, the men with the traits that we're talking about that you're looking for, that's 20% of the men. 20% of them.
Oh, man, above that.
Not enough to go around. Especially if you're looking for a black man. They're either home, a lot of them are homeless, a lot of them are in jail, and the ones that are out are not actually put together financially yet. There's small pickings at that.